interesting time in the UK's Parliament, with Brexit debates dominating the headlines and taking up the majority of the bandwidth. A lot of the interesting subtleties are lost. It's not an exaggeration to say that Parliament can be an intricate network of alliances and rivalries, most of which we, as the public, aren't privy to. All manner of tricks and manoeuvres are performed by all sides in order to gain advantage over political rivals both within and outside the House of Commons. I'd like to share with you one of the most interesting tricks I've spotted, and it's a rather devious one. Cast your minds back to 2015, when David Cameron was Prime Minister and we were debating whether or not to use airstrikes in Syria. David Cameron, sometime before the debate, implied those who did not support this motion were, quote, terrorist sympathisers. Whether this is true or not is down to you. However, the effect was undeniable. Members of Parliament against this action, mainly those on the opposing Labour and Scottish Nationalist parties, were outraged and demanded an apology during the debate in the House of Commons. This had the effect of drawing attention away from the issue at hand, whilst simultaneously removing the opposing argument, as those in the opposition no longer presented a case against the Syrian airstrikes themselves, but rather took up valuable time asking for an apology from the Prime Minister, which they never received. Here's a small example of what I mean.
So will you apologise for the remarks in a meeting last night against right honourable friends on this side of the House?
Well, I couldn't be clearer in my opening remarks. I respect people who disagree.
It would be helpful if he could retract his inappropriate comments from last night.
Completely agree with the honourable gentleman. Everyone in this House should make up their mind on the arguments in this House.
I cannot identify a single terrorist sympathiser among that list. Will he now apologise for his deeply insulting remarks?
I've made very clear this is about how we fight terrorism, and there is honour in any vote that honourable members make.
This video gives us a small sample of MPs who use their time to ask for an apology rather than debate the important issue at hand. This tactic seems to have been reused by Boris Johnson when he labelled the Benn Act as the, quote, surrender bill. As a result of the Prime Minister's use of language, we saw this in the next parliamentary Prime Minister's Question Time.
With many of us in this place subject to death threats and abuse every single day. And let me tell the Prime Minister that they often quote his words: surrender act, betrayal, traitor. And I, for one, am sick of it. We must moderate our language, and it has to come from the Prime Minister first. Absolutely. So I would be interested in hearing his opinion. He should be absolutely ashamed of himself.
I think, Mr. Speaker, I have to say, Mr. Speaker, I have to say, Mr. Speaker, I've never heard such humbug in all my life. Because
many, including this Labour MP, demanded Boris Johnson's use of language to change. And whilst it's not necessarily wrong for an MP to ask for an apology or ask a PM to consider their language more carefully, it can detract from the debate as a whole, often in favour of those they seek to get the apology from. This is just something I've noticed while watching BBC Parliament recently. Let me know if you spotted any devious tactics used by our elected officials in the comments below. And once again, thank you so much for watching. This has been the Unenlightened University, signing off.